Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur. Welcome to my media channel, and today we are going to talk about Disney Plus launching Disney Plus Premium and raising the price on the current Disney Plus as it stands. Now, here's the thing. What we are going to be discussing is nothing new for Disney and especially the Bob Chapek era of Disney, where basically they take something away, charge more for it, and they act like they are giving you a good deal. This has been happening with the theme parks quite a bit recently. It was only a matter of time before it leaked into their Disney Plus product, and we're going to talk about it. Now, when Disney announced that they were going to be doing an ad tier subscription service for Disney Plus, they advertised it as basically you will pay less for this tier because you'll be watching ads. But that is not what's happening. In case you don't want to go through the whole press release, and we absolutely are because it's worth going over, if you just want to get the long and short of it, the current price that you are paying for Disney Plus to watch it without ads as it is, which is $7.99, that is going to be the price for the ad tier version. And if you want to get rid of the ads, it's going to cost you about $10.99. So you're not saving anything. You are being given a worse product for the same price. Gee, kind of sounds a lot like Disneyland, if you know what I mean. But let's look at this press release for more details on what this is going to look like. So, the press release, this comes from the Walt Disney Company themselves, says ad-supported Disney Plus subscription tier to launch in the U.S. on December 8th. And it says new Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Bundle plans provide greater consumer choice with more ways to subscribe than ever before. By the way, long-term subscription, all of that is eventually going to become one app. I think Hulu is going to be merged into Disney Plus, and I think ESPN is going to be merged into Disney Plus, and at some point it's going to be like $25, $30 a month, and you just get all of it. That's my thoughts anyway. But anyway, this comes to us from Burbank, California. On December 8th, Disney Plus will introduce its much-anticipated ad-supported subscription offering in the U.S., delivering more choice to consumers than ever before. With the launch of a new comprehensive slate of subscription plans will be made available across Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and the Disney Bundle, giving viewers ultimate flexibility in choosing an option that suits their needs. With our new ad-supported Disney Plus offering and an expanded lineup of plans across our entire streaming portfolio, we will be providing greater consumer choice at a variety of price points to cater to the diverse needs of our viewers and appeal to an even broader audience, said Kareem Daniel, Chairman, Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution. By the way, Kareem Daniel is a pencil pusher. That means he's a books and numbers type of guy. Nothing necessarily wrong with that. But I don't think a bookkeeper knows anything about value unless it's trying to save himself money. Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN feature unparalleled content and viewing experiences and offer the best value in streaming today. Well, that's kind of debatable. I think Criterion Channel offers the best value for your dollar, but whatever. With over 100,000 movie titles, TV episodes, original shows, sports, and live events collectively. The new pricing for Disney direct-to-consumer streaming services as of September 8th, except for Notice News, will be as follows. So here's what the standalone plans are going to be. As you can see, we have Disney Plus Basic with ads, $7.99. There is apparently no annual price for this just yet. Then you have the Premium. By the way, if Disney Plus Premium sounds familiar, that's what they called their day-and-date box office releases, like Mulan and Black Widow and Raya and the Last Dragon, where you pay an extra $30. So I'm wondering if that whole thing is going to officially be phased out, or if they're just going to come with a different name for it. But Disney Plus Premium, which has no ads, will be $10.99 monthly and $109.99 annual. Then you have Hulu Basic with ads, $7.99 monthly, $79.99 annually. Hulu has never had an annual plan as far as I was aware, so it's kind of nice to have an annual plan because I prefer annual plans to save money. You don't have to think about it as much. Then you have ESPN Plus with ads, $9.99 a month or $99.99 annually. And then you have Ultimate Fighter UFC PPV pay-per-view monthly, $74.99, and this is a per event thing. Or annually, you can do that, $124.98. So yeah, there's a lot of money in ESPN Plus for Disney. Now, these are the standalone plans. If you want the Disney bundle plans, you can get basic Disney Plus with Hulu basic, and these all with ads for $9.99 a month. You can get basic with ads, Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, all with ads, $12.99 a month. You can have Legacy, which is Disney Plus, no ads, Hulu with ads, ESPN Plus with ads, that's $14.99. And if you want all of these services without ads, $19.99 a month. So, yep, now at that point, it is more expensive than Netflix. But hey, I guess you're getting 3 services, so bargain, right? Now what happens if you have Hulu Live TV plans? Well, with Hulu Live, you can get basic with ads, Hulu Plus Live TV basic with ads, and Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, $69.99 a month. Legacy is Disney Plus no ads, Hulu with ads, and ESPN Plus with ads, $74.99 a month. Premium, Disney Plus no ads, Hulu no ads, ESPN Plus with ads. So apparently, if you want to do a Hulu Plus Live TV bundle, and for the record, Live TV, because it's Live TV, means there's always going to be ads on the Live TV side. But apparently at $82.99, that's not enough money from Disney to take away the ads for ESPN Plus. So, oh, and by the way, some of these, like Legacy, these are for existing subscribers only. So that basically means that these Legacy packages, unless you're an existing subscriber, you don't even have access to that. But then on the other hand, why would you want to? And by the way, I did notice now that the Disney bundle on the premium does have the with ads. So yeah, I guess ESPN Plus, they just don't want to take away the ads. Of course, on the other hand, the ESPN Plus app, most of the sporting events are live and those do have ads. So maybe there's just really no way to get around that. I don't know. But yep, the prices have gone up. This is what you're going to be paying for Disney, Hulu, and ESPN Plus if you want. And Disney's doing what they do. They are taking something away. Actually, my friend who I worked with for Disney years ago said only Disney can raise the price and take something away and get away with it. He was referring to a meal we were selling where a stick of a variety of cheeses, which had been included with the meal since it had begun, had been removed from the meal plan. They weren't putting it in there anymore. And then the price of the meal went up $1. And we just laughed at how Disney could just blatantly get away with it. Because who's going to say no to Disney? And I mean, yeah, you see the theme park attendance, even though you're getting screwed at the Disney parks with Genie Plus and everything, people are still going. That's why they keep getting away with it. So, yeah, this is what Disney Plus is going to cost. Now, my wife got a new phone, and so as a result, we get Disney Plus for free for a few more months. And I guess we will see whether or not we keep Disney Plus. I'm kind of leaning towards no. Honestly, most of the stuff that they have, I have on DVD. Now, if anything, I would actually like Disney Plus to finally put some of the Walt-era content like Disneyland and the Wonderful World of Color, make that part of the basic with ads plan, and make their new stuff blocked behind the premium plan. I mean, hey, we're giving the basic tier plans more value, and guess what? There are commercial breaks built right in to these old Walt Disney TV specials. So I don't know why they don't do that at this point. Now there actually is a financial incentive to do this, but there you have it. What do you folks think? Are you going to stick around with Disney Plus after this? Like, does Does this look like a fair deal to you? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.